The air just got a little colder as the Spectre float their way over to haunt the bamboo forests of the Pandas for tonight's Academy League action. My name is Grant, CFO, and joining me over there in the booth is none other than Chaser. How you doing, my man?
Doing good. Battle in the Orange Conference here between, like you said, the Spectre and the Pandas. The 12 and 23 Spectre playing against the 14 and 16 Pandas. Both teams looking to get a little bit higher up in the playoff picture right now with a win here.
Yeah, but everybody's gunning for those wins. It's getting later and later into the seasons. We're past the halfway mark. Actually, I think Week 6 is the halfway mark. Aside from those double headers that we have early on and might even continue to have, this one is going to be great and certainly will play a part in the way that players and teams are able to push their way into playoffs. Everybody's battling for the wild card spot, and for those who don't know, it's the top in each division that get those guaranteed positions for playoffs. But Chaser, is there anything in particular that you're looking forward to? I know Academy League is always so much fun to watch. We've got a lot of up-and-coming stars looking to make that push into Seal, but what are you excited about tonight?
A couple of players that I recognize. Cardinal 22 played in FL a few seasons ago that I remember, worked their way up into Academy League, and now they're playing on a good Panda squad here. Coming out from the Spectre, I would say Darth Otter is a player to watch out for as well, so interested to see what happens here as we get into game number 1 at DFH Stadium.
Right, Darth Otter is going to have the highest record MVPR in this lobby. Not by much, only 3.19 against 3.13. That is coming over from Bearhawk and their 12 salaries. This one's going to be great. A lot of players to look out for, a lot of stuff to look out for with these teams, and Bearhawk's just going to try to get an early one down. I don't think that Spectre were ready to go, but the countdown hits 0, and you got to be ready.
Well, there's a little bit of an issue here. We have a mutator on for where we have our test lobbies. We have our test lobbies before, of course, so the players are able to get ready to go in the test lobby. Make sure that the lobby is good for everybody on the pitch. We want to have the most, equal playing field for both these teams, and so we'll just get that reset real quickly and get back into game number 1 at DFH. So we have a little more time to talk here, though. Grant, Pandas gonna have a good opportunity here to push themselves forward further. They're the closer to the wild card positions right now between the two teams, that sitting at 11th in the conference. So I think they're looking to try to get as many game wins here as possible, especially since the Spectre have had a little bit of difficulty in their other doubleheader series as well.
Teams that are going to be able to lock in those wild card spots, even though we've got 4 divisions in every conference and those guys get to lock in, but then you only got 3 to fight in, so it's always tight between these teams. So anybody, like I said, is looking for those wins, and I think we've done a great job at covering what those playoff stakes are. We're actually going to be setting up for our real first match of the night here on MLE Sports GG2, our second channel, but definitely going to be double the fun. Oda has just lost this 50 to Ijo. This one has already bounced up. Nobody going for it because Oda's going to take out the options. Bearhawk fires downfield, hits the back wall, and Ijo as well. Bearhawk tries another, blocked by Wayne Finkel. Over to the right side, Oda quick to it as always. Darth Otter to the ceiling, plays it down to the grass. Ijo, sidewall, has a bit of room to work with, some space to move, wants to play it off the back wall, can't. Bearhawk takes over, Demo's on the goal line, opens up space. Bearhawk bails out, goes back down. Finkel off the corner. Oh, it goes over Cardinal. Those flat cars, they'll get to you. Not as tall as the Octane, but nothing really to come up just yet. Mostly just movement on the side walls.
Yeah, just a little bit of back and forth action to start it out. Feeling out process in full effect between these two teams, not wanting to give an inch on the back line of defense and make that first mistake to give the opposing team the opening goal. As another opportunity comes in from the Spectre, Wayne Finkel is going to try to center this ball. Good challenge coming in from Bearhawk 02. Still having the ball in the opposite corner as well, looking for a centering ball once again. Good touch comes from Ijo. Darth Otter upfield, maybe looking for Ijo, but Ijo has backed off here. Bearhawk will get the clear back to midfield, and some more ping-pong action coming out here in the early stages of game 1.
Coming out as well in the midfield, just trying to open up space. The Pandas are spacing well, but they're not spacing efficiently. But this one is just going to find off the crossbar and down.
Yeah, that's a really good clear coming out. Unfortunate touch from Wayne Finkel. That's Cardinal up for this shot. Just over the top of Ijo, who was just a little short on that shot. So unfortunate situation there for them, and now they find themselves down a goal here with a minute and a half in.
Right, 3.5 minutes to go. Wayne Finkel up for this one as well. Oda off the roof. Again, here goes Pandas. Some good spacing right around, taking the wide, deep third and just letting each player move it out. They're looking solid on rotations, and that's why we haven't seen anything come by and make it into the net yet. Holding it down, but playing it out to this corner all the time. Spectre need to take notice of that and play the ball right back into that corner. Keep them trapped. You know where the ball is going to come out of. You just need to put it right back in there. Apply that pressure and see if you can get your first goal.
And if you're the Spectre, I would start looking for more infield passes. You know, your opponents are not going to be expecting something like that at this level of Rocket League. So here's another good opportunity. Banging that one off the backboard is Wayne Finkel. Follow-up coming from Ijo. One's going to be a little bit high. That ball is in good favor for the Spectre. It's a good shot attempt there from Wayne Finkel. Again, it's going to go just a bit wide, though. Darth Otter setting this up for Ijo. Ijo is up. That's going to be a shot on. That's going to be a tying marker here right after halftime.
This is a great heads-up play by the Spectre. You see Darth Otter off the top. Ijo follows through, capitalizing on Oda's miss and planting one in the top shelf right at halftime. What a great way for the Spectre to come back in, tie the game up at such a phenomenal time.
And that is a quality chance as well. That's exactly what you want to see from the Spectre. Now the Pandas are going to have to look to see if they can get that strike back. That's a great 50, and it's going to go in. Bearhawk, great job challenging on the sidewall.
For real, not only a challenge, but just a fantastic shot off the 50. The dunk follows all the way through. Otter couldn't reorient themselves, and that one slips by. Pandas take the lead immediately.
Onto the poster for the Pandas there. Great job on their attack. Now here's another opportunity for Darth Otter. Going to put this in the corner and set this up out into the middle, but that's going to be an easy read from Cardinal. And a second touch comes out from the Pandas. Bearhawk down into the Spectre zone. Cardinal is up, trying to win that 50 out, but Wayne Finkel will take it away, and a great intercept from Darth Otter, who will now have a centering ball, just barely missing that one. Comes back for a second pass, but it is going to be cleared out there by Bearhawk. Back to midfield it goes as the Spectre try to get something, but a demo on the field clears the zone for the Pandas.
Again, the Pandas on the hunt for another goal. Had a good attack rolling for them. Just unable to produce much, and I think it comes down to that positioning, but I'm going to take it back because I'm not going to criticize something that's working.
Yeah, it's some good spacing here, but a little too far away at first. Otta's able to get to that before the attack coming forward from the Spectre, so the defense a little bit in shambles right now, but a good shot comes in. The Pandas are able to take advantage. They got that insurance marker late.
Insurance is always good to have, but I would like to argue that a 2-goal lead is probably one of the most dangerous leads to have, because once you're up by that much, I know it's a lot more dangerous when that scoreboard's reading 0 on the receiving end, but you can start to get comfortable. You can get a little bit complacent with the way that you're playing, but you can see the Pandas doing everything they can, pulling out all the stops to get more goals in the net. Just unsuccessful this time, and Oda again with the physical play opens up the field. This is going to allow Pandas a chance, but they can't capitalize. Otter was just that touch quicker. Oda again, after opening the space, pushes into Spectre territory. Bearhawk to midfield. Oda's up for it. Contested, 50 to the side. Cardinal wants to wrap around the back, trying to reach for it, can't. Hopefully somebody's in net. It's Bearhawk who will receive it and send it right back the other way, but don't sleep on this Spectre offense because it's starting to boil up, get a little bit hotter.
Yeah, they're generating a lot more pressure right now, but this is going to allow the Pandas right here on a counterattack. Cardinals got this into the corner. Wayne Finkel's last back. The bump comes out, and Wayne Finkel does get this clear. Bearhawk getting another touch, puts it towards the net. What a redirect onto net, but it's going to be just wide. Wayne Finkel clears it back to midfield. The danger not out, though, as Oda's going to put it back in. Here comes another opportunity for the Pandas. Darth Otter, big clear, though, sends it downfield, and Cardinal will have to boom that back down. But 10 seconds remaining. That's exactly what the Pandas are looking to do here. Just kill the time off the clock.
Or shoot another shot. They've got another opening off the backboard. Here's Cardinal. Won't reach it in the way they were hoping to. Bearhawk could keep it alive, but Finkel might want this one to die. Oda, one more to the back wall. No one home to capitalize. It hits the floor, and Pandas, man, they look great.
They do look very good in that first game, and Bearhawk and Cardinal, they were the kind of the generating forces there. Oda having a goal and an assist as well, so the scoring is spread around through all three players, but Cardinal and Bearhawk with a couple of great quality opportunities. The first one coming from Cardinal there, just hitting that one over the top of Idjo at the beginning of the game. And Bearhawk with that great 50 on the sidewall. That's all you really needed to do if you're the Pandas. So good job on them to get the game number 1 win.
Right, and there's also these small details that I'm noticing from the Pandas. Oda in specific, they have the mind of an ML player in the fact that they go for these demos to take out options that are coming on the offense. They might be on the bottom of the scoreboard, but there is a foundation to be had with this player. They go for these demos on their way back into defense. They notice when somebody can be passed to, and also notice that they can be taken out if they're going fast enough. So that's a really crucial thing to let the Pandas have some space to start to develop that counterattack and move back into offense. So I'm looking to see a bit more of that, and we can see a bit more Panda success with it.
Yeah, and if you're the Spectre, just be aware of those demos, because there were multiple opportunities that they had that the player got demoed away, whoever was in that shooting position. And as soon as that player gets demoed away, the offense just dries up immediately, because now it's an easy clear coming out from the Pandas. So we'll have to see if they can adjust in this game number 2 here.
Well, there's 5 minutes of Rocket League restored to the scoreboard. Otter has a touchdown low met by Oda immediately. Cardinal gets bumped by Oda on their way home. Bearhawk waits in the midfield for something to develop. This is what I was talking about a little bit last game with the Spectre trying to move out of that same corner. If Pandas can take note of that, or even vice versa, knowing where the ball is coming from and sending it right back in there, that's going to keep the pressure rolling at all times. So definitely looking forward to seeing how they do with that information. Otter, though, down midfield, beat out by Cardinal, sent to the right wall. Finkel's got a touch, clears long, up for Oda, off to the left side. Pandas not sure who wants to go for the ball yet. Cardinal a little bit late to the challenge, but plenty of space to work with. We need to see Spectre get up in their faces a little bit more, get involved, be efficient, and make sure that the Pandas don't have this room to work with that they've had.
Yeah, and the Pandas are trying to keep generating those offensive opportunities. Great demo coming out from Oda. That ball's going to get cleared down by Wayne Finkel, who's going to take over possession here. A ball into the middle and a good opportunity for the Spectre. Good 50 comes out from Idjo. Darth Otter having a shot on the near post, but does not take full advantage there. Still a good opportunity for the Spectre. That's going to be on target. That's a big save coming out from Bearhawk. Going down the other way, the Spectre will retreat and grab some boost to make a play happen. As Darth Otter has it there, Cardinal will put a ball back into the corner, but still the Spectre have possession. Once again, there's Darth Otter. That's across the field, and then right in front of the net, a shot comes in from Bearhawk. Wayne Finkel will slow it down. Has another play for Idjo, who will send it downfield. Idjo's going to be there to make a passing play across the front of the net. That's going to be a goal. The Spectre getting the first one here in game number 2 off some great team play, as Idjo sends that one hard across the net. Bearhawk trying to get that clear across and out of the net, and just unfortunate dunk comes out there as the Spectre take the lead with 3:20. As here is the kickoff once again. Wayne Finkel upfield. Sends it across into the corner. There's going to be a possession play from Oda. Gets challenged by Darth Otter, who will now be on the other side of the field. Here comes Bearhawk. This is an easy one the other way. Darth Otter retreating quickly. The 50 does not go in favor of the Pandas. The Spectre still having a great chance. A bump comes out. Here comes Cardinal. 50'd again here by Idjo, as they're going to put it into the corner and grab an offensive boost. They're back up to send it into the middle again for the Spectre. Wayne Finkel, a little bit of a back pass here. Bearhawk getting a 50, but Darth Otter, great clear. Now the ball comes back in from Idjo, crossing into the box again, but Oda is going to be there and stands tall on the defense. Wayne Finkel, centering ball again. Darth Otter is there off the backboard. Here comes Idjo. Shot going to be coming in. Shot going to be going in as the Spectre take a 2-0 lead. And another great team play coming out from the Spectre as Darth Otter high off that backboard. And that flat car of Idjo putting it into the upper 90, and a 2-0 lead just past halftime. I do apologize. We are having a little bit of technical difficulties with Grant, so I am continuing forward to help out there. But Idjo upfield to midfield to the backboard. Bearhawk across the field. A great job of backboard defense for the Pandas. Crossing ball is going to be met by Oda, who sends it downfield looking for another play off the backboard. A great chance goes squandered there. Another one off the backboard. Cardinal comes in. Shots on. Save out there by Wayne Finkel. And they're going to continue with possession. Gets one touch. Tries to get a second. Great 50 on the sidewall there. Bearhawk will take over possession. Shot comes in, saved out there by the Pandas once again. Grant, we've seen some great action here through the first 2.5, 3 minutes of this game.
Oh, I can tell. Shots flying in from the Spectre as well. It doesn't stop. Spectre holding down this lead very well. It's a whole flipped-flop game that we've seen. Just coming up from the Spectre instead, Pandas have been squashed into their own zone without any chance at escaping. Finkel keeps the pressure going. This is what I was talking about. If they can find where the ball is coming from and send it back in like we're going to see here with Ijo, this is going to keep pressure going at all times. This is one of the most important things to note, especially when we're down here in Academy League and Foundation League, all that good stuff. Spectre with the demos as well. A little bit of a block and a save credited. Ijo positions out. Otter off the sidewall, needs to hit one more time. They're too busy focused on those pass plays, but Cardinal and the Pandas are holding it down. They just need to get a goal quickly here, preferably soon.
Yeah, and I mean, the Spectre have been generating a lot of offense, and they've been able to take away the offensive boost pads as well. The 100 boosts being stolen consistently by the Spectre. That's something to watch out for if you are a member of the Pandas. But here comes a big clear from Darth Otter towards the backboard, off the backboard, in fact. But it is cleared away there by the Pandas and out to the side where Darth Otter once again keeps possession for the Spectre. Shot just missed on that by Wayne Finkel. Cardinal gets one touch. Now looking for a second is Bearhawk with no boost, though. They're not going to have too much pace on that shot.
All right, I think there's some times as well that the Pandas just don't feel confident anymore with their rotations and who's supposed to go for the ball. So get those communications up and see what you can do with it. But 10 seconds to go. If the Pandas don't score now, it will be never. In this second game, we'll tie the series with a win in the Spectre's favor. Oda out to midfield. Can Cardinal reach this? They can't. Bearhawk can't dunk it. Phenomenal defense from Ijo to keep this one away. Otter wants to get another, but will not. It touches the floor. They didn't need it. And Spectre, they look even better than the Pandas right now, obviously.
Yeah, that was a great game from the Spectre. That's a good rebound from that Game 1 loss as well. The goal differential now back to an even playing field as the 2-0 gives them the difference from Game 1. So a couple of great plays coming out there. The crossing ball where the clear from Bearhawk was needed, but the save was just right to a Spectre player, and the dunk comes in to get the first goal. The other goal, another great play coming out from Darth Otter as it goes off the backboard. So a great team play coming out from the Spectre here in Game 2.
For real, and we saw a lot of that with the Pandas, and we just don't see any of that again. I think it attributes to the confidence thing that I was talking about. But Spectre, I didn't even get much time to really dive in and dissect what they're doing, but I wish I had Lars's board. I do have it, we just don't have it set up here, unfortunately, or at least I don't have it set up. It's weird. Technology, anyone? But the thing is, when you're throwing the ball out one way, and you have the other team coming in from that same way to push it back in. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It keeps the flow going. It's like if you had a faucet and you just slap some flex tape on top of there, not sponsored by the way, and it stops. It just goes back, and then they try to push out again, then you just go right back up into it. I guess that's a decent analogy for it, but that's what the Spectre have been doing. They took note of it first, and we saw those weaknesses in Game 1. They saw them again in Game 2 and finally capitalized, so I could expect this one to go the same way in favor of the Spectre. We'll just have to see 5 minutes later what happens.
Yeah, and the Pandas are going to be looking to adjust just like the Spectre did, but oh man, a quick goal like that, it's going to be kind of hard for them to do so. Great job from Wayne Finkel to get the Spectre on the board quick.
This one's not even pressure, it's just a fantastic shot off the ground. Finkel finds just about as perfect of a shot as you can get, nothing else to it. 1-0 Spectre. And just, again, great start from them. Off the kickoff, they might get another here. Otter rushes it, though. Could have slowed down, faked out Bearhawk. Instead, they take the early opportunity. But hey, not every first opportunity you get is going to be the best one. And that just goes for life as well. Otter down to the corner. Cardinal finds the block, sends it long. Up the wall, Finkel wants to play back midfield. Sees Otter, wants to connect. They do. Just not sure it was the right decision. Spectre are just trying to get as many touches on the ball as they can at this point to continue offense.
I think early on you're also seeing the Spectre trying to get those boost steals in as well on the offensive side of the field. So I would expect to continue to see them to do so. It was successful for them in Game 2. I think they're going to continue that here in Game number 3 as well. So another chance for Wayne Finkel is going to go for a 50. Does get that. Oh. That's a great shot on target, but just missing that save are the Pandas. Ijo getting the second goal.
Every shot that the Spectre take just looks good. You see it rainbow its way to the net. Bearhawk couldn't get back to it quick enough, and nobody could. That's just poor preparation from the Pandas that allowed that one to slip in. We need to see the recovery times pick up a little bit. Recovery mechanics are always something important to study and learn for yourself, because you see here how it can just bite a team. Bearhawk's got an early shot. Wayne Finkel was there for the stop. Cardinal, one more in. Idjo jumps in front of the entire defense. Luckily, Otter was in position to clear it away, because that one could have gone awry quickly. Oda out to the corner. Idjo down low, leaves for Finkel off the backboard. One more shot, no, missed. Taken up by the Pandas. Runaway goal for Bearhawk. Can they get it? They can. They dunk it through, and we have a 1-goal game.
Yeah, it's a great job on the patience here from Bearhawk, recognizing the bump was coming, and Wayne actually getting a little bit of a bump on them, but then at the last moment, just the patience to be able to get to the ball and block out the clear attempt that was coming across from the backside. Great job to get this back to a 1-goal game.
Indeed, it was a great job. Idjo's blocked by Bearhawk again. The 50s have proved to be a strong suit for this Pandas roster. Otter, though, their 50s just looking better. Pandas continue the offense with one shot in. It just floats in, and Wayne couldn't do anything about it.
That's kind of unfortunate for Wayne right here. That shot just barely touching that ceiling. I don't think anybody was really expecting it to hit the ceiling and just drop right into the top corner of the net. So good. That's a tie game here once again for the Pandas now, and they're looking to continue that momentum as they have built on it quickly.
The Pandas look good in just about everything they do, and it just comes down to the smaller details that are deciding this game. Pace has so far favored the Spectre. If we had a heat map to look at, I'm sure the Spectre would be spending a lot more time in the Pandas' half than the other way around. Bearhawk out to midfield, finds Wayne. Cardinal clears away. Idjo in the back, takes it to the sidewall. One more bounce, clears beyond everybody, beats out the entire defense. It's up to the backboard, looking for the double, can't find the angle. Otter shot blocked off the crossbar. Wayne Finkel right back in and can't get it to go. Idjo off the sidewall, doesn't beat out Cardinal though. It's a 50. Otter got in the way by Idjo. Up the sidewall again, stops it, but has so much room to work with. Pandas are now the ones who are kind of cowering away in their own half, not going for any balls, and Spectre just take them up on that and punish.
Yeah, and here's another opportunity for the Spectre once again as it goes back into the offensive half. That's a shot on, great redirect in, and that's a good position from Idjo to get it to the lead for the Spectre again.
What? I need to look at this again. It's just a fantastic angle. Finds the placement too and avoided the ground as well. Idjo, tough shot to read, but no problem for them, sending the Spectre up 1 goal. Oda on the kickoff wins it for the Pandas. Bearhawk, their 50s on point as we expect them to be. Idjo off the corner. Pandas starting to figure out that the ball is coming this way. They might start to apply the same strategy the Spectre have got for them. Backboard off, Bearhawk shot still up high. Oda tries and succeeds. This game is really back and forth.
Yeah, you swing one punch, we're going to swing one right back at you. A couple of great passes off the backboard from both of the players, Bearhawk and Cardinal, and Oda is able to just take advantage of the second one and put it in. Man, it is anybody's game at this point. It's an offensive slugfest right now.
Like I said, small details is what it's going to come down to. We're starting to see double commits from the Pandas as they struggle to keep up their sluggish pace on challenging these balls. Otter clears way long downfield. Or Wayne put off the backboard to Idjo. Finds the pass blocked by Cardinal. Great read. Otter still keeps it up though off the post. Dangerous. Bearhawk sends it up high. Idjo can't make contact. Cardinal around 1, around 2. Can he get it around the 3rd? No, he can't. Idjo takes it right back out to the corner. Bearhawk off the wall. Wayne Finkel paints one over to Idjo. Can't find the art. Cardinal, sidewall again. Otter, one more touch. Here come the Pandas. They're starting to pick up the pace, and I think we could see the next goal go in their favor. Here's Bearhawk first. Can't get it, though.
They still have possession, though, do the Pandas. And actually, they give it away, and Idjo is able to push forward to midfield and get the boost and get a good 50. Now a ball into the middle, but there's not going to be any shooter there because, once again, Oda with a demo in the midfield. Darth Otter keeping possession once again, getting it back into for some attack for the Spectre, but it's taken away immediately. by the Pandas. Cardinal with the ball to the side. Does not get a second touch. Darth Otter to the backboard. Here comes Bearhawk on the backboard. Gonna be right to Darth Otter, though, off the backboard once again. And now it's going to be touched back for a back pass possession play here from the Spectre, but taken away immediately by Bearhawk and the Pandas.
These tight defensive rotations for the Spectre are what have kept them alive. You see Ijo as well, finding the power as well to find a shot on target. Bearhawk is able to clear it away and get a save for it. Oda down low, fires to the corner, and wants to keep this one away. Wayne has turned away from the ball, though. They were supposed to go for that. Pandas will have the last attack, but Ijo's just a touch quicker. Leaving it back for Bearhawk. Pinch rolls off the ceiling. Otter has a shot. It's not powerful enough to send it in the other direction, and we have our first overtime of the night.
Yeah, game 3 is our first overtime here. The Pandas, they will get the first shot at the attack as well. Oda just missing that one. Cardinal will push this one forward. Crossing ball. Demo comes out from Oda.
Whoa.
We've seen the demos in the defensive half now trying to push the ones in off back to their own back wall. Oda to the middle from Ijo, though, for the Spectre. Kept in by Wayne Finkel. A team bump. This could be an opportunity, but Darth Otter, good recovery. Does not allow the Pandas to push forward too quickly and get a goal out of it. And Ijo over to Darth Otter, now looking upfield, but not going to find anybody upfield. So now the Pandas will take over possession once again, slowing it down. It's Cardinal. That's a dangerous spot for that ball. Good job here by the Pandas, though.
Chaser, if you had to call it right now, who are you going with? Who's taking overtime?
It's tough to tell because the Pandas have had quality chances late in this game so far. I think it's gonna come down to whoever gets a demo in the offensive zone, really. So I would say that tends to favor the Pandas with Oda's demo play.
I think we'll go with the Pandas as well. They've been looking good, but Ijo's found their first demo of this overtime. They'll take it out to the wall. Wants to cake it back down. Cardinal has a shot. You're right, the offensive pressure starting to be a little bit too much for the Spectre to handle. They can just barely edge out and get away. But when will it stop? Who knows? Cardinal wants to put this off the corner awkwardly. Bounces midfield, but Pandas aren't around to clear it. Wayne instead gets their hand on it. This one over to the side. Beat out in front by Bearhawk. Cardinals found the shot, and look at that. Pandas in favor take game 3.
Hey, and the side note, there was no caster's curse there. We called the Pandas, and guess what? We were right. Good job here from them as Cardinal getting that shot just over the top of the last defender. And the Pandas, they have a 2-game-to-1 advantage in this series.
I don't think I've ever seen anything where there was no caster's blessing, there was no caster's curse, because that wasn't really a caster's blessing. That was just a caster, us calling it. You know, that just doesn't happen in the casting world, I don't think. At least not in my experience have we ever accurately called things. It's always been a caster's curse. So maybe the Pandas have broken that here, and who knows what can happen from here. These calls could change up. I don't have any words for this one, really, because it's just so peculiar. But Pandas, they looked better in overtime, so they're going to be the ones to thrive, I think, if we see that situation play out again. They're up 1 game in the series, which means they are on match point, 2-1. They take this next one, they take the series, but regardless of what happens, we play all 5 games, because that's how MLE does it. We talked about playoffs at the beginning, and that's exactly what both teams are gunning for.
Yeah, and if the Pandas continue their form here, they're going to be looking for that 4-1. I mean, they have played very well on the defensive half. The demos on the defensive half as well from Oda have been very critical as well. We've talked about it at the end of game 1 with the demos on the shooter. That's exactly what you want to see if you're a Panda. You want to see the demos on the opportunities that have been arising from the Spectre, not allowing them to get any shots on net, or very few shots on net. So I would expect to see more of that from the Pandas. The physical play has been in their favor. The 50 chances have been in their favor. It's going to be a tough battle for the Spectre, but hey, anything is possible here. Darth Otter has been playing all over the field for them, so we'll see what happens.
We will see what happens. Along with that, though, is those demos on the third man that we started to see Ijo and Oda go after. We wanted Oda to use that to their advantage, and so far they have. With the Pandas, they just like to pepper the net with shots, which is so huge for pressure, because we can clear the ball all day long back into their half, but once you start putting shots on target, it makes the defense panic, and that has really been the favor of the Pandas. But sounds like Ijo has been listening into the broadcast, because they're starting to go for those demos a little bit more. Finds the doink, sends it a little bit further down into Pandas territory. Ijo sends it out to the left side. Oda looks for the air dribble, jumped a little too early. Not the setup they were looking for. Bearhawk off the back wall. Here's where we see the pressure start to build for Pandas. They send these off the backboard all day long, fire more shots in, forcing everybody to commit, and they want to outpace the Spectre if they can, but they will not this time around.
Yeah, pacing is critical at this stage of the series. You don't want to be giving anything to your opponents. Being able to stop them out and have that speed and stopping them out with boost steals, and as you see here, Oda looking for a boost steal in the corner, but the boost steals are going to be very important. They're going to be vital to generating offense. Boost steals at midfield are going to be vital as well. So just being able to keep control of the boost economy is, I would say, the biggest aspect of the series right now.
For sure, but I think in Academy League so far, they've been doing a great job at finding those boost lanes, the little pads, and not relying on those big boosts so much as we've seen in the past. As we advance on into just Rocket League in general, we see everybody get better at everything, and the rank distribution becomes different because people just get better. And that's, of course, I'm talking about it. Bearhawk turned around, and this one easily slips through the cracks.
Yeah, and a little bit of misplacement on the clear attempt from Cardinal. That ball was expected to go down the line of the sidewall and instead bounces straight out. Ijo had a nice and easy shot attempt at the back post. That's a very good placement on that shot. Spectre with the lead here. And the Pandas are looking to counter it immediately, though, but not going to happen this time as Darth Otter clears that one out.
So far, so good. Pandas would like to make this next attack count, but they're going to chase the ball instead. Wayne wants some space to work with. Got it by one. Has the air dribble in hand. Pass to midfield. Ijo connects. Blocked by Cardinal for the save. Into the corner. Oda down low off the corner. Otter, one more floater. Finds Bearhawk on the save. We've seen the defense start to tighten up from the Pandas as well, and that's going to be very much needed. They sit down that one fatal goal, and we could be looking on any second now. They're just unable to get to it. Ijo clears into Bearhawk. Wayne Finkel around, keeps the pressure alive for Spectre, but I don't think anybody's going to be around midfield for very long. Bearhawk with the beat, and it is just back and forth tennis matches right now.
Yeah, and still a couple of minutes on the clock as well, so right now you're just trying to make the opposing team make a mistake, and that's a mistake here for the Spectre. Bearhawk one-on-one against the defense of Ijo, and that will be the deciding factor there. Ijo, great clear comes out. Cardinal trying to stop out any kind of clear this time, but all three players of the Spectre are on the same side of the field there. Now Oda to the back wall, looking for a second one off the back. No, it's going to be cleared out and saved by Wayne Finkel. Bearhawk keeping it up for the Pandas. Darth Otter getting one to the back wall again. Good challenge, puts it in the middle. That was a dangerous spot for the Spectre, but again, Ijo standing tall defensively and getting it out.
Crucial opportunities for the Pandas being squandered on each offensive chance that they get. Ijo would like to extend this lead for their team with a pass to midfield. Wayne will find a shot. Is it fast enough? No, it's not. Oda just a touch quicker. Off the side wall, passes midfield. This is going to be intercepted by Spectre. No, Panda's got a hand on it, puts it back. More in favor for Cardinal to readjust and recycle it back out. Bearhawk around the left side, 50 mid. Cardinal's up for it. Not enough boost in the tank to work with. Ijo fires on target off post, though, instead. 60 seconds to go. Still anybody's game.
Yeah, the woodwork is a cruel mistress and a loving wife as well for the defense that time. Good challenge comes out. That is going to be a good opportunity for the Pandas to get it back. Still a one-goal lead here for the Spectre. They're looking to strike again, but once again, you see a good rotation coming out from the Pandas' defensive line as Oda gets back and makes that save. Here comes Bearhawk, but they're going to get beaten to that ball by Darth Otter. Off the back wall, a demo comes out, but that's not the shooter. That is Ijo's going to get a goal. 2-0 Spectre.
29 seconds and a clutch play off the back wall. Ijo comes from the side at blistering speeds. We see the demo as well open up that offensive shooting lane, and they take advantage of it. That's probably going to close this one for Spectre, and if that's the case, we could be on the brink of a Game 5 decider, and what a way it would be for this phenomenal Academy League series to go.
Yeah, and both these teams are looking very, very good right now. The pacing is pretty equal for both of these squads. It's a very evenly matched set of teams, so at this point it's anyone's game. I said that in last game as well when we got to the overtime period. So I really do believe these teams are so evenly matched that either team could become the victor here in Game 5. But it is, in fact, going to be a Spectre win going to Game 5. That is going to be the deciding game. And, man, oh, man, it could be either way. The Spectre, another 2-0 win. They won Game 2 at 2-0 as well. So if you play strong defense from the Spectre, I think you're going to find that they're going to win Game 5, too.
I think so as well. Not only defense, but the offense has always looked more in favor of the Spectre, just not in overtime. I think they just felt it a little bit less this game, but that's nothing to worry about because they were able to fend off the Pandas every time that they came in for their chances. But again, it comes back to my point. I think Pandas are inconsistent because of their confidence levels. It doesn't feel like they want to get involved at times, or when they do, they just don't know when to go. There's not that communication that, hey, I'm going to leave this ball and leave it for somebody else to take. I think there could be those turns. Luckily, we haven't seen many double commits come out, but I think that is absolutely a factor that's played in. We need to see quicker contests to the ball, and that's when the Pandas find that rhythm and are really on it. When they feel like they're doing something, that's when they're going to feel like they are winning and have a chance to win. So we're into that Game 5 decider. Whoever wins this takes it all. And speaking of take it, Chaser, take it away.
Now Bearhawk is going to take possession off the kickoff here for the Pandas. Looking for a cross into the box, but again, it's just off on that touch, and Ijo will send it upfield. Ijo kind of becoming the clutch player for the Spectre right now. They've set up a couple of plays offensively and defensively. Now Wayne Finkel here for the Spectre. Gonna put it into the corner. A bouncer out for Ijo. Ijo's taking the shot onto the back post. Gonna be just a little bit wide this time, and a back pass from Ijo sends it to Darth Otter, who's low on boost, I believe. And a boost steal comes out from Bearhawk. That's exactly what I expect to see from the Pandas. That's a great air dribble, but it's gonna be saved by Wayne Finkel.
Gosh, so mechanically sound from the Pandas. If that one would have gone, and we could have seen a play of the week. This one, though, drops down in front of net. Otter taking their sweet time. Wayne wasn't sure what they were doing. Again, that communication playing a factor this time. Unfortunately, not in favor of the Spectre. This one cleared into the hands and clutches of Cardinal. I guess wings, if you will. Oda leaves it for Bearhawk. Lets it go around. Rotation starting to flow again for the Pandas as Oda positions midfield, has a shot to take, and will score it. That is what you want to see for the Pandas.
And a lot of space given to Oda here as well. Ijo on the backboard, Wayne Finkel on the near post, and Darth Otter coming into the back post at the last moment. But man, just so much space there for the Panda shooter. And Oda will take full advantage of that to give the Pandas the lead.
345 Otter from the right side. This one rainbows all the way across. Ijo leaves for Wayne. Once again, communication coming in clutch. Now it's just all about feeling out the chemistry and trusting your teammates. Cardinal, though, takes advantage of this opportunity for the Pandas. Oda to the back wall, met by Wayne Finkel. Wants to clear long, does so, puts it out to the center. Otter takes a shot, runs into Cardinal along the way. Ijo, that clutch playmaker we have our eyes on, not able to become the playmaker assister in this situation. More demos each time the Spectre come back out. It's just not enough to open, and we're seeing these inconsistencies really get to everyone. In Game 5 deciders, it is so tense. You never want to be here. You wish you could have closed out the series earlier, and the stream nerves start to set in. The decider nerves, the stakes just all get to you at once, and that is really not a good place for the Pandas to be, especially when we've seen confidence levels struggle already.
Oh, they do have the lead, though, but a shot comes in from Ijo. And, you know, if you're having confidence issues, you gotta get through it right here, because like you said, it's the decider. You have to be able to make it count when it matters most here in this series. They have so far, and Oda is going to get another opportunity to get a 50, but looks like they were a little bit low on boost in that play. Bearhawk will be tasked with making the play in the corner. Back in for the Spectre. This is close to being on target, but a great touch from Cardinal, and that'll be back out to the midfield.
Oda has taken over possession, though. One chance for the Pandas. Cardinals quick to it, a miss on the defensive end. Can't find accuracy, though. Super important to make sure those shots are landing. Not only do you want to put them on target, you want to make sure they go in. Oda can't reach it. Ijo has a save to go with, and that really has been their saving grace. It's just the opponent missing Another shot floats its way through off the crossbar. Ijo shoots again off the crossbar. Can't find the double. Otter, it's rolling in and it sneaks behind Otter for the voice crack and tie game.
I thought we were about to have a play of the week right there from Ijo, but just off the post, Darth Otter with a great read, putting it to the back post. Nobody home on the defense of the Pandas, and we are back to a tie game with 1:40 remaining. Man, oh man, this is going to be a really important situation here. Both of these teams do not want to give up the next goal, as that could be the last one.
Hearts are racing and pumping. Gallons of blood is what it feels like. Never seen anything as tense as this right now. 1:20 to go. Pandas on the attack. This action has been cracking my voice, and we've seen plenty of cracks in the defense, and that is all what it's going to come down to. One crack will decide this entire game's fate. Wayne Finkel in the back. Ijo sets it up for him. Otter looking for demos. No boost to work with. Might be a bit of a waste. Wayne does find one. Oda misses the clear. It's open for Otter, and they score! 1 goal up.
And like you said, the mistake could be the one right there. Oda just missing that one, and Darth Otter, wide open net, right on the goal line. Spectre go to the lead here with under a minute remaining. It's going to be critical for the Pandas to get one here, and right off the kickoff, they are going to try to get it, as here comes Cardinal.
Here they come indeed. Ijo's got another shot blocked by Oda. So tense. But Pandas need this one desperately. But Otter again might have sealed the fate of Spectre.
And a great pass coming out from Wayne Finkel, just blasting that one off of the sidewall, right back out in front. And there were 2 people committed from the Pandas. And here we go. 2-goal lead for the Spectre. 43 seconds. It's going to be a tough battle for these Pandas.
If Pandas can just have that confidence, or maybe if they can get to the ball first. Wayne Finkel, just too quick, sends himself right into contested airspace at the speed of sound and gets a 3-goal lead for Spectre. I think this one is safe to say over for the Pandas.
Yeah, the Spectre also breaking the cycle of evens and odds. That's been the pattern so far through the series, with the Pandas taking the odd-numbered games and the Spectre taking the even ones, but a good shot comes in from Bearhawk. At this point, you're trying to limit the goal differential damage if you are the Pandas. With little time is left on the clock, trying to get one back for your goal difference as that help out in the rest of the season.
For sure, 15 seconds to go. Spectre are going to be going home with the series win. Take it home to your folks. Take it home to the team and celebrate, because this one was a show, and certainly an entertaining one to watch. I've been entertained, and I hope the audience has been as well. I'm sure the Spectre afterwards are finally able to get that breath of fresh air after such a heated and contested last Game 5.
All the way through the last 9, so the Spectre into high here, trying to get through 3 goals within the last minute. It's just, man, just the confidence boost that the Spectre had. I would say that the Pandas were a little bit lacking in the confidence, like you were saying before, but the Spectre, they were beaming with it late in that game number 5, so well done by them to get that series win.
For sure, very well done by both sides. Just in general, everything, the offenses, the defense, at times they could have felt a bit inconsistent, but by the end of it, it was spot on. I couldn't have been more entertained, and like I said, audience, have you been entertained? Let us know in the chat, and if you've enjoyed what you've seen, go ahead and hit a follow, and as well, stick around, because coming up next, it's going to be Premier League. If you thought this action was hot, how about you take it and you double it? That's how heated it's about to get. It's the Express and the Lightning up next, and you're not going to want to miss it.